Hey everyone! If you've ever glanced at a map of the UK, you might have noticed that England and Wales share a pretty cosy border. But how did these two distinct countries become united under one banner? Let's dive into the riveting history behind it. It all started back in the Middle Ages. Wales, with its rugged mountains and fierce warriors, had always been a tough nut for English monarchs to crack. But things began to change with the Norman Conquest of England in 1066. The Normans didn't stop at England, they eyed Wales too. By the 12th century, Norman lords started making inroads into Welsh territories, building castles and fortresses as they went. Despite their efforts, the Welsh princes fiercely resisted, maintaining their independence for centuries. It's their relentless spirit that adds such a dynamic layer to our story. Fast forward to the reign of Edward I, also known as Edward Longshanks. Determined to bring Wales under English control, Edward launched a series of military campaigns in the late 13th century. His strategy? A ring of imposing castles which to this day stand as monuments of medieval military architecture. Think of the formidable castles at Caernarfon, Conwy and Harlech. These weren't just military posts, they were a clear signal of English dominance. The real turning point came in 1282 when Llywelyn ap Gruffydd, the last native prince of Wales, met his end in battle. With Llywelyn gone, Edward I seized the opportunity and in 1284 enacted the Statute of Rhuddlan. This statute effectively annexed Wales to England, integrating it into the English legal system. But the story doesn't end there. The Welsh kept their identity, their language, and their culture alive through the centuries. It wasn't until the Laws in Wales Acts of 1535 and 1542 under Henry VIII, himself of Welsh descent, that Wales was officially incorporated into England, creating a single state known as the Kingdom of England. This act brought about a unified legal system and administration, but it also meant the end of Wales as a separate legal entity. Even today, the history of the Union impacts the cultural and political landscape of both England and Wales. Modern movements and the establishment of the Welsh Assembly in 1999 highlight the enduring spirit and distinct identity of Wales within the UK. So, there you have it. The union of England and Wales is not just a tale of conquest and resistance, but also one of survival and adaptation. A true testament to the complex tapestry that is British history. Thanks for joining me on this historical deep dive. Until next time.